Good morning. Everyone, kindly switch on your videos and then we'll start. Yes, everyone, kindly switch on your videos. Yes, everyone, kindly switch on your videos. Yes, the rest, please switch on your videos. Okay, so today we'll talk about. Yesterday we were talking about the life cycle of malarial parasite. Okay, but then I saw that many people were absent in the class, and along with that, many maybe were not replying, or I didn't get much of responses to that. So I thought maybe this topic is a bit difficult one. So today we'll revise it again. Just that today I'll ask questions. You all answer if you can. Okay, if not, then you all can say me that I didn't understood. Okay, so please make me understand it again. I'll do that. But okay, you have to answer today. Everyone. Okay, I want answers from everyone. Okay, so first we'll start like Hina. Hina, you there? Hina left the meeting. Okay, next. Gordas, you're there? I saw you were there. Are you there? It's okay. These are your classmates only. If you do not get the answer or get the question, please let me know. Then only then I can make you explain. No, if you keep on leaving the meeting, then I'll not take the class in that way. Please respond. You all are there? Gaur, you are there? Okay. KV, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At least someone responded. So, were you there yesterday? I think so. No, right?
No, ma'am. I was absent yesterday.
Okay, but then I have explained this life cycle of malarial parasite before also. Okay, so I'll ask you one question. Maybe if you can, then answer. If you cannot, then let me know. I'll explain it to you again. Okay. Um. So When a mosquito bites a human being, then what do they inject into the human being? I'm asking from the malarial parasite point of view. Okay, so what do they inject into the human being?
They inject their saliva.
Yeah, their saliva. But then there is an infectious material in their saliva. What is the name of that infectious material? Or you can say an infectious organism or a form of the malarial parasite only, but they inject it into the human being. It is a form of the parasite in the initial stage. Can you tell me?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay. Answer is sporozoid. Okay, sporozoids. Next is Hussein Muhammad. You are there? Okay. Can you tell me what happens to the sporozoid like within 60 minutes in circulation? Means when the mosquito bites a human being, the mosquito injects the sporozoid into the human being, and after it got injected, it gets into the circulation. So what happens to this sporozoid? Okay, can you tell me? Janum, I'm sorry. Okay, that's okay. I think you were absent also yesterday. Um, Next, Gordas, are you there? Please respond if you are there. Come on, I'll not give you all punishments. Do I ever scold you or give you any kind of punishment that you all do not respond in the class? Mosam Saike, are you there? Okay, the same question. That when a mosquito bites a human being, the mosquito injects sporozoid into the human. So, what can happen to this sporozoid? What is the fate of this sporozoid? Do you know? Do you know the answer? Sporozoites are transmitted via saliva of the mosquito to the human bloodstream. And okay, you're correct till here. And after that, what happens to the sporozoite? Like they are in the circulation, and what happens to them? Like after how much time they disappear from the circulation, and after that, what happens to them? Okay, leave it. After that, what happens to them? Just tell me after how much time they disappear from circulation, means from the bloodstream. 7 to 10 days. Okay, the answer is actually 60 minutes. Okay, maybe you are talking about the incubation period, but then it is not 7 to 10 days, it is 60 minutes. Okay, but then what you said that they are transmitted from saliva to the bloodstream, so till that it is correct. Okay, good. But then it is not 7 to 10 days, it is 60 minutes. What you were talking, maybe you were saying about the incubation period. So once the mosquito bites the human being, the sporozoid, it remains in circulation for 60 minutes only. After that, they disappear. Okay? Clear? Okay. Next, Tabayakar. You there? Tabayakar, you there? Okay. You tell me, they like the sporozoids, they disappear within 60 minutes in circulation. So what happens to them after that? Do you know? It may be destroyed by progocytes. And two things might happen when they disappear from the circulation. So what are the two things that might happen? One, that you said they are destroyed, but not progocytes. Okay, that is phagocytes, but it's okay, maybe a typo. But then there is another fate of the sporozoite as well. So what is that? Liver cells. Okay, good. So they may be destroyed by phagocytes and they might move to the liver cells. Good. Next, Rohan Dev, you there? Rohan, you there? Okay. You tell me the hepatic phase in the life cycle of malarial parasite. Do you know what is the hepatic phase? Okay. Okay, if you don't know, we will discuss, okay? Or maybe someone will answer, okay? So pay attention now. Iban Rihun, you're there? Okay, can you tell me the hepatic phase in the life cycle of malarial parasite?
When they enter the liver, they become hepatic.
Yes, okay, then there are few more things that happen in the liver. So, do you know about that? Do you know? Gina, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you tell me about the hepatic phase.
So after the infected mosquito bites a person, it intakes sporozoites. In the hepatic phase, the sporozoites disappear within 60 minutes from the circulation. Many of them are destroyed by phagocytes, but some reach the liver cells. And after the development, they become hepatic schizones, which eventually burst into merozoites. And a single sporozoid may form as many as 40,000 merozoites.
Okay, correct, good. Okay, so this is the hepatic phase. Okay, everyone, I hope you have heard what she said. So once they reach the liver, that is the hepatic cell, and after like 1 to 2 weeks they turn into hepatic schizones, and then they burst into merozoites. Okay, so ultimately the sporozoites they turn into merozoites at the end of the hepatic phase. Okay, next, Jugal, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you tell me about the erythrocytic phase. Okay. Dristilina, you there? Okay, you tell me about the erythrocytic phase.
Many of the merozoites are quickly destroyed, but a significant number attach specific receptor sites on the RBC. The merozoites that are present in RBC and passes through the states to trophozoites and
Okay, good. Yes, yes, good. So the merozoites, when erythrocyte means RBC, RBC means red blood cells. So again, the merozoites will go and attach to the RBCs. Okay, there are receptor sites on the RBCs, so these merozoites will go and attach to the RBCs. And when these merozoites attach to RBCs, they turn into trophozoite. So this is the erythrocytic phase, and most of them attach to RBCs and turn into trophozoites. Some of them may be destroyed by the immune system. So this is the erythrocytic phase. Okay. Next, Omem, you there? Okay. You tell me about the gametogeny. What happens to these trophozoites? Sorry, but we can't hear you. Maybe there is some problem with your network, or kindly check. Or you can type. Okay. Okay. Sanjana, you there? Sanjana, are you there? Okay, you tell me about the gametogeny. Means what happens to this trophozoite, and then how it enters into the mosquito. Gametogeny phase become male gametocyte and female gametocyte. Okay, correct, good. Let me check if anyone is left. Gordas, will you respond if you were there? Okay. Yes. These are the sexual form of the parasite which are infective to the mosquito. Yes. Okay. So this is the gametogeny or the gametocytic phase. Okay. So these trophozoites, they turn into the male gametocyte and female gametocyte. Now, can any one of you tell me about the sexual phase which takes place in the mosquito? Anyone? Tell me about the sexual phase. Okay, first tell me, what do this male gametocyte and female gametocytes turn into in the sexual phase?
Male gametocyte turns into micro
Yes.
female into macro.
Yes, good. And then they are attracted together by a certain process, by a certain chemical process. What is the name of that process? Anyone? What is the name of that process? How they are attracted to each other? Yes, chemotaxis. Yes, good. Chemotaxis. After that, what happens to this microgamete and macrogamete when they are attracted together? Yes, good. Fertilization. And then after fertilization, what forms?
Zygote.
Yes, and zygote turns into, and this oocyst turns into what? Yes, good. So when they are attracted together by the process called chemotaxis, fertilization occurs, and then there is the development of zygote. Zygote turns into oocyst. Oocyst turns into sporozoid. Okay, then what happens to this sporozoid? Where do they move into, or where do they migrate to? All this process was taking place in the stomach of the mosquito. Okay, don't get confused. All these things was going on in the stomach of the mosquito. Now after the formation of the sporozoid, where will this sporozoid move into?
Ma'am, liver.
No, I am asking in the mosquito. Yes, salivary glands. Okay, so they will migrate into the salivary gland of the mosquito. So what you said about the liver, the sporozoid migrate into liver in case of human being. Okay, but in case of the mosquito, they go from the stomach to the salivary gland, and once they are present in the salivary gland, now this mosquito is the infective mosquito. Now when this mosquito goes and bites a human being again, then this sporozoid which is present in the salivary gland of the mosquito will move into the human being, into the circulation of the human being. Okay, and then After that, they will move into the liver and some will be destroyed by phagocytes, and then this cycle will keep on repeating. So clear everyone about this cycle? If you have noticed, I have started from the sporozoids, okay, when the mosquito bites a human being, and have ended in sporozoid. That is the complete cycle. I was asking questions accordingly, okay, it was not randomly. I asked you about the sporozoid first, and then the hepatic phase, then the erythrocytic phase, then gametogeny, then I was talking about the sexual phase. Okay, so it was not random. So if you have paid attention, so you all will know that first the sporozoid, okay, it's present in the circulation. After 60 minutes it disappears. Some are destroyed by phagocytes, some move into the liver cells, okay, and once they move into the liver cell, after some days of development they turn into hepatic schizones. After that they turn into your merozoites, okay, and this was the hepatic phase. That means this was taking place in the liver. Now these merozoites will go and attach to the RBC, that is the red blood cells. RBCs are also known as erythrocyte. So this phase is known as the erythrocytic phase, and some will be destroyed by the immune system. Okay, so in each stage some of these infective organisms will be destroyed by your immune system. So when these merozoites they get attached to RBCs, that is known as your trophozoite, that is the erythrocytic phase. Next comes your gametogeny, where these trophozoites they turn into male gamete and female gamete. Okay, so now when this parasite is present in the form of male gamete and female gamete, these are the infective forms. These are the forms that can infect a mosquito. So now when a healthy mosquito comes and bites this infective human being, that mosquito will also get infected now. Then these gametocytes they move into the stomach of the mosquito. Okay, the male gametocyte turn into microgamete, female gametocyte turns into macrogamete. Now they are attracted together by chemotexis. Fertilization occurs, they turn into zygote. Zygote turns into oocyst. Oocyst develops into sporozoid. This sporozoid again moves into the salivary gland of the mosquito. Okay, and then again when this mosquito, now this is the infective mosquito, when it goes and bites a human being, again it will inject the sporozoid into human being, and then this cycle this keeps on repeating. Clear everyone? Yes. So this is why I have repeated this topic again. I could have ended it yesterday, but yesterday I was receiving very few replies. So that is why I thought of repeating it again to make you people understand it, okay? And I'd like to say you something, like I was asking questions, some of them left the meeting. So do not do that. So the people who left the meeting, so they will not know what is the life cycle of the malarial parasite, or they will not even make an effort to learn it. But the people who remain in the class, maybe you know the answer, maybe you do not know the answer, doesn't matter. But when you remain in the class, at least you will learn. Okay, maybe because the other classmates were answering, you have learned from that, or maybe because I was saying something, at least now you have an idea of the life cycle of malarial parasite, or at least you will go back and look into your notes. Okay, so then you will have an idea of what it is. But the people who left the meeting, so now they will, I don't think so they will have an idea of what is the malarial parasite, what is the life cycle of it. So try to attend the classes, okay, even if you don't know the answer. This is not an examination that I am going to score, okay, I'm going to give you marks or something. And I never scold you guys. Do I ever scold you guys? Why don't you know the answer or something? Never. And whenever you say that you do not understand a point, I try to repeat it. This is the third time that I'm doing life cycle of malarial parasite. Okay, I'm not doing it for myself, but for you guys. Then if you keep on leaving the class when I call your names, then that is not good. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you. If you have problems, you need to be upfront. Okay, you need to face it. Either you will know the answer or maybe you will don't know the answer. But when you don't know the answer, at least by the end of the class now you know. Maybe at the beginning of the class, okay, some people were saying that they don't know, okay, but at the end of the class now they are saying that they have understood the life cycle of malarial parasite. So that is what is needed. You need to understand it. Maybe you know from the beginning of the class, or maybe you know at the end of the class, but the thing is you have to know. Okay, so now is it clear to all, the life cycle? Any doubts, anyone? So I hope it is clear to all. And uh, these people are your classmates only. Okay, so they are your friends, and maybe you know something, they will not know something. Okay, so maybe you know about a particular topic, they don't know about a particular topic, and the people who don't know about that particular topic, maybe they know about something else better. Okay, so there's nothing to be ashamed of, there's nothing to be afraid of, because I never scold you guys. Okay, so be upfront, that's what I want. Okay, do not leave the class in that way, so that at the end of the class you do not know anything, so it is back to square one, right? So if you attend the class, at least by the beginning of the class or by the end of the class, you will at least know something. Okay, so tomorrow we'll go about the other parts of malaria, okay, about the clinical features and treatment and all that, and then we'll discuss the questions. Okay, we'll end the class here. CR, you can send me the attendance.